Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second game between the Team Raw and Team Maggie Kari. The first game was won by Team Maggie Kari. Nearly, I would say. It's like tired, like sometimes from the Team Maggie Kari looks like potentially to be won, sometimes Team Raw, but unfortunately not, the lucky is not on the Team Raw side.
Yeah, it was a great fight in game number one. It was really back and forth, and most of the time we see Maggie Curry leading in terms of net worth, but they just find it really hard to close the game as we see Team Rock put up defense after defense successfully.
Klings was a beast in the previous game, and if you see the current lineup right now, the first hero to be banned is a Klings from Maggie Kari.
That is a definite respect ban, as they recognize how Vasco had obliterated their team with the Klings pickup. And here again, Maggie Curry decides to go for the Jakiro. It has been a staple in their pickup every time and has won them all their games so far. And they're gonna stick with what isn't broken.
10 seconds. We're starting in 5 seconds, with or without you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who has just joined us today, welcome to our Game 2 of YPC SKADII. This is our Dota tournament that is being hosted by YPC, and we are hosting it in the very presence of the SKA lobby.
It seems that the Team Raw now right now looking for the hero that have a good stunner, like for OM. Yep, it's a good pick. OM can deal good damage, have the stunners, also can give a good attack speed, especially on the third skill, multicast. And a lot of the items can be used to multicast by OM.
Radiant knows just who to pick. Disruptor.
Yeah, but usually Ogre Magi doesn't go that far to get all the items that he dreamfully wanted, as he mostly just plays the position 4 or position 5 role.
It seems that Maggie Kari is very confident to pick the Jack hero. Coco play very well using the Jack hero, Ice Puff, all on spots on hit.
We're starting in 5 seconds, with or without you.
Yeah, they're gonna stick with their comfort heroes for Maggie Curry. And Kupalan Raw, Team Raw, they're gonna pick up both of their supports this time, both the Ogre Magi and the Disruptor.
I wonder what will be the second pick by... Oh, another combo. The same hero, Shadow Shaman and the Jack hero for the MK.
From Maggie Curry. Just trying to force and punish maybe Team Raw for not banning these two heroes, as they have made quite a considerable impact in the previous game, as we've seen the Ice Path from Jakiro and even the Shackles from Shadow Shaman. Able to just hold down the mighty Vasco's Klings in place, and that naps them the game.
It seems that they also banned the Draw Ranger because the Vasco was very good using a Draw Ranger in the previous games. It seems that they are fully aware on the Vasco's signature hero right now.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they truly recognize Vasco is one of the best carry players in the game, and he's really the one carrying the team in the previous game. And they're really trying to force out all the uncomfort heroes that Vasco is probably not used to playing. One of his other heroes that he's very comfortable with is the Juggernaut. We have yet to see them Team Vasco or Team Raw to pick it up, as they did ban it in the previous game from Team Raw themselves.
Alright, Dyer gets the ban.
Okay, Viper is the next hero to be banned for the MK.
Yeah, I think Maggie Curry recognizes that Viper is one of the annoying heroes to deal with, even in the lanes, and he's one of the tankier heroes that's able to withstand this kind of DPS, damage over time, DOT damage over time. Heroes such as Jakiro, that really relies on this kind of damage to win the team fights. They're still leaving the Ember in the pool, and also the Ursa.
Are they sure they're not going to ban Ember, or they're very confident that Ember is not their threat?
One of the best ways to deal with Ember is the Disruptor, so they probably rely a lot on this Disruptor and to bring the Ember back lah, basically.
I think that's the reason why they picked the Disruptor in the first place.
Yeah, is to ensure that the Ember cannot be picked.
Okay, Morphling. Seems that they are like from MK, most of them want to ban all the potential hard carries that bring a full potential by Vasco.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Yeah, they're trying to ban out the heroes that take that will most likely take mid to late game to ramp up, As you know, Maggie Kari, their playstyle is more to an aggressive early to mid game, taking advantage of the map and taking advantage of the lanes. And Team Raw is more revolving around the late game potential. So we have two very different polar opposites of teams duking it out. And we see that Maggie Kari, by a clinch of a hairline, they're able to just take game number 1.
Yeah, I wonder what the next hero they're gonna pick from the team row.
Yep, and they decided to ban out the Ursa. They recognize that Ursa is both very good in lanes as well as even up to the late game. A well-placed disable allows the Ursa to just finish off a key target right away.
I think it's fair enough they ban the Ursa or any other heroes that give a full potential, especially get support by the Shadow Shamans and the one, especially the hitters, hard carry hitters like Ursa. What else again? Snipers.
Yeah, I love this pick by Team Raw. They've chosen the Darkseer again and has been proven to be quite an excellent hero in team fights in both initiation as well as counter initiation by dropping the vacuum and the wall down together. It really opens up a lot of spells, and doing that against the Disruptor, I mean having the Disruptor in your team, you're just going to open up so many opportunities to turn the war into your favor. And again, Darkseer is one of the best lane controllers in the off lane, and he should be able to survive easily if given alone.
Oh, another center again in this game. In the previous game also the center played quite very well.
Yeah, we see an exact blueprint of their previous picks. In fact, it seems like this is exactly the same first, second, third pick from Maggie Kari. They're saying, well, if you don't ban our heroes, we're just gonna pick it exactly the way we want.
True.
And yeah, Centaur Warrunner, he is one of the best counters against Darkseer, especially after the vacuum. You really want your heroes to get back or get away from such a nasty position, and Centaur Warrunner allows the Stampede, allows his teammates to just run in or to run out from such a sticky situation.
Cool, so despite the Ursa got banned, there another hero that can give a full potential Shaman and the Jack hero is Juggernaut. Yep.
Yeah, Juggernaut, this is a great pickup. I'm not sure who will be playing it, but Juggernaut is one of the heroes that has taken the meta nowadays in this tournament. It's really hard for teams to deal with Magic Immunity, Whirlwind Spinning Blade, Blade Fury, and also the ultimate Omni Slash on Juggernaut just offers so much damage and invulnerability to consider his next movements.
It's just that the Juggernaut need to be aware, especially using the ulti, because not to mention that with the vacuums and then with the wall coming from the Darkseer with the loss of the multiple of the clones, and also need to be aware with the Disruptor ultis and the third skill from the Disruptor.
Yeah, Team Raw has a lot of AoE damage potential right now with the Disruptor and the Darkseer vacuum, and now we have Lashrak locking them all in place, and he's gonna be at the Disco Deer running around and just blazing all the enemy heroes apart.
Dire gets the ban.
I think lesson learned in the previous game since that the team Maggie Kari need to find a hero that can support till the late game. Maybe perhaps another high mobility, Amber?
Yeah, the biggest problem right now for Team Raw is that they are lacking the push potential. From all the heroes, only Lashrak with the what's the second skill for? Yeah, you know, the second skill for Lashrak. That's the one that's able to deal a lot of damage to the towers. But other than that, your other heroes, I mean like Darkseer, Disruptor, and Ogre Magi, you don't expect them to whack towers. It's gonna take ages for them to bring down a building.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, especially on the Jack hero on the third skill, also can deal the damage to the towers. Not to mention with the Shadow Shaman, the ulti, the Serpents, he can push the tower very nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, Maggie Kari has picked all their heroes to be able to try to safely, well, at least deal an extension amount of damage to the buildings. Like Juggernaut, he would just open up his Blade Fury, right-click down the buildings, and be able to get out safely before the spell ends.
10 seconds.
This is the band is Storm Spirit instead of the Amber. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Maggie Kari is banning all the hard carry potential heroes, like the Faceless Void and even the Anti-Mage. They just don't want to deal with any of these late game personnel.
Oh, they're gonna ban OD. Good pick.
Yeah, they ban OD. Yeah, Maggie Kari is still looking for a mid hero. Team Raw is looking for a hard carry.
Since they need to pick and choose carefully for the mid hero.
Yep. Do they really want to pick the Ember? I don't think Ember will be a good pick here. They have so many spells to be able to deal with him right now.
Yeah, you are right actually. If you look at the lineup for the Team Raw, most all of them are magical damage.
Yep, magical. So maybe they need something that has a Mage Slayer or even a Pipe of Insight would do, would be able to mitigate a lot of those magic damage.
Yeah, they need to be extra careful when dealing with this. Perhaps need by some Lotus to against all the damage dealers, for example like OM, easily countered by Lotus. Disruptor, Lotus, Kari definitely gonna go for the Lincoln. Last track? Yep. And yeah, and then again, Team Raw, they need to have a very good tanky carry as well, because you look, or at least they have OM. Okay, Amber, yes.
Amber, this is a very
again.
ballsy play,
It's
very ballsy pick by Maggie Kari.
Same lineup, except different carry.
Exactly. Well, what isn't broken, you don't need to fix it, right? And yeah, we're gonna see how Team Raw responds to this almost the same lineup. We have 4 heroes from the same game number 1. It's just the Juggernaut switching out for the Ursa.
Since the Team Raw is like looking forward the same blueprints, same lineup.
And I think Maggie Kari is very comfortable with playing the same heroes that they have played in the game number 1. They would be able to feel it as if it's their second limb. So Team Raw,
They need to think carefully what will be their next hero.
they need somebody to hit hard, maybe a Spectre. Somebody that's tanky enough to survive all the
I'm betting Medusa.
the disables. Medusa?
Oh, they really pick Medusa.
Yeah, Medusa is a pretty tanky hero. And yeah, I think if she grows big, Vasco.
Vasco, okay, definitely gonna pick the Medusa. Luckily they banned the reason why they picked the Medusa because they already banned AM in the list.
Yeah, that's true. And Medusa is also one of Vasco's comfort heroes. He has played it a little bit in the tournament. It's not very popular. But yeah, Medusa, here it is. So Idris, which lineup do you favor more this time?
It's hard to say because unlike the previous game, it's easy to say, okay, the Team NK is more balanced, meanwhile the Team Raw is more on the late game side. Now both of have a very imbalance in the lineup right now, so it's for me. And based on their performance in the previous game, I cannot say which team is gonna win. It's kind of 50-50 for me, honestly speaking.
For me, I really like Team Raw's lineup. I feel that they have more survivability in terms of tankiness among their heroes. It's gonna take a while for Maggie Kari to be able to take down one of their heroes, especially Darkseer, Lashrak, and Medusa. It's gonna take a while to take down these heroes.
But unlike the previous game, the MK, they don't have a carries that can sustain to the late game, but they have the Juggernaut, so that's what I find is kind of a bit, how to say? It's hard to say which team you're gonna win this time.
Yeah.
Because Medusa, last time Ursa not really that strong in the late game. Because it just heavily depends on the third and the second skill only. And that's it.
Alright, get ready.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going with Team Raw on this one. I think their lineup is much more heavily dependent on team fights. When they take team fights, they're gonna take towers. And for Maggie Kari, they're gonna work a lot more on the pushing abilities of their heroes. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us for game number 2, hi, my name is Hayden. I'm one of the casters.
And my name is Idris. I'm also the caster for today's.
Yeah, and welcome to the game number 2 of SKADII YPC. And here we have on team Maggie Kari, we have Jigson playing the Ember Spirit, Ioxiwa on the Centaur War Runner, and then we have Little Giant playing the Kari Juggernaut and Gur on the Shadow Shaman, and last but not least we have Coco on the Jakiro.
Heads up.
Yep, Coco. And the next one we have the Vasco, play as the Medusa. The next hero will be a Disruptor by Sun God Nika. Last track will be played by Kimo Sabi. Alfie, the captains of the team role will be played as a Darkseer, and the last one will be the Axel will play as a OM for the team role. So I wonder which team is going to win for the second match, because honestly speaking, I cannot pick, bro, honestly.
Yeah, I hope this is gonna be an
Oh,
exciting
seems
one.
like they are looking for the wall.
They're gonna find the room.
Oh,
Oh, nice stun onto 2, and they're
oh,
gonna
there
do a
goes
blade spin.
Alfie
This
with
is
the
gonna be a lot of damage.
Oh, okay, first blood
And they're
by
gonna
the
sacrifice
team
Alfie for
MK. Well played for Jigsaw.
Jigsaw will pick up the first blood, and Alfie will be the first one to fall to the first blood.
Okay, seems that the team role we need to be extra careful this time, because the team role is now in the leading. And they are already fully aware how well played the Jigsaw play as an Ember.
Yeah, and again, he's gonna have the first gold lead, the same as the previous game. This is gonna give him a little bit more advantage, and now he's up against the same lineup, Kimosobi, the mid player. At the top lane, Jakiro Coco against the farming Medusa, and Disruptor will be the supporting played by Sun God Nika. Aoxiwa again, he has put a level into the hook stump that allows them to secure the kill onto the first blood.
Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, typical combo between the Shaman and Juggernaut. Shaman definitely go for the Shackle and comes with the first skill spinning by Juggy to secure the killing from the opponents.
Yep, but playing as a melee hero against a Darkseer is usually very tough, especially with all this damage from the Iron Shell. That's just really hard to deal with, and all the creep wave being pushed into it.
Not to forget with the OM, I mean, the first skill is already a stun, mini stun. When the Shaman do a Shackle, definitely OM will gonna stun to cancel the channel from the Shackle from the Shaman, and comes along with the second skill, which is the burn. That is very extremely painful.
Yeah, but I remember when I was playing Ogre Magi, I really hate to play against a Juggernaut, because every time I do a Fire Blast or an Ignite, he would just be able to spin his way out of it, and that means I've wasted my skill on that.
Precisely, true, that is very true. Since the top lane is quite comfortable farming against with the Centaur. Let's see at the mid lane then.
A bottle already being picked up by Jigsaw. And
Yep.
Kimosobi yet to purchase one.
Oh, Jigsaw get the last hit.
Yeah, Jigsaw should be able to do well here. It's really his comfort hero. He's been playing Ember for ages. And Kimosobi will pick up the first water rune.
Okay, nothing much hectic for now at minute number 2.
Yep. Like I said, Juggernaut is gonna find it really hard to play against a Darkseer, especially when he's spamming the Iron Shell all over the place. But this would allow him to be able to control the creep wave, and when the Iron Shell is still just level 1, it's a lot easier to control it.
Oh, we'll see what is Jakiro doing at the enemy. Are they trying to get a second kill at the mid lane? Oh no. Oh, they're just getting a bounty, that's it, alright.
Yeah, he's just trying to steal the bounty.
And that is very quick to have a ring of heart at the minute of 3 by Centaur.
Sun God Nika gonna try and pull the creep. To where? I'm not sure, but maybe just to prevent. Ooh, Little Giant falling a little bit low. The Sun connects, dealing damage onto Jigsaw, and that will not stop him from getting the last hits.
It seems that the Ember now finally take a searing chain. At least level 1, unlike in the previous game.
Yeah.
He maxed out the second and third only.
Yep, in terms of kill potential, I think mid lane will be the first lane to be able to grab that next kill. But other than that, we see Juggernaut is really sitting kind of low. He's already used the healing ward to try to sustain his stay in the lane of bottom. And yeah, it's tough to deal against that Iron Shell.
Yeah, Iron Shell plus with the burn, the ignite from the OM. Definitely, they're having a hard time to farm at the bottom lane.
Yep, and Good is really positioning himself just in the jungle. He's really trying to offer some space to the Juggernaut and find an opportunity.
Okay, here it is.
But
Oh
the
no!
combo stun stops the Shackle, and that is to be expected from the Ogre Magi.
Exactly, that's what the OM should do when against with the Shadow Shaman.
Yep, just save the stun to counter the Shackle, and your Darkseer will
And
be
then not to mention that let's say they shackle the OM first is they have a very high armor, good HP, quite tanky, and comes along with the vacuum by Darkseer. I think it's quite impossible to shackle nicely combo with the Juggernauts.
Yeah, I think, okay, mid lane is really dominating in terms of farm, and there's a 2.9k, there's a 1k net worth gold lead.
Oh, let's see at the bottom lane what happened. They are literally like, oh, okay.
He's pushing the lane.
Yes.
But top lane, however, they're taking a scuffle and they're try to go on Ioxiwa. He's pretty tanky, but the bounce from the Mystic Snakes, nicely done. They found the kill onto the Centaur Warrunner. Ioxiwa takes the 4. There was 3 bounces, and the damage amplified by the snakes after that is like 40%. Yeah, 35% increase in damage, and that's the reason why Ioxiwa takes the 4. He was way too close to the creeps.
Exactly, and I'll reply in your face. Yeah, from what the Medusa. Alright, so nothing much happening. In all 3 lanes, they all are busy the farming. But trust me, they need, especially for the TMK, they need to do something before the Medusa getting fat.
Sango Nika helping to stack the neutral creeps for Kimosabi, or even Medusa.
Oh, Medusa now is in danger now.
But he will be able to get out there alive. There's no stun incoming.
Okay.
And even the kinetic shield was there to prevent it. Jason now already level 6. If Kimosabi isn't too careful, there's a huge Q potential coming from the Ember Spirit.
As expected from the Lashrock, max out the 3rd skill just to get a secure farming lane.
Top lane. It feels like every time that they right click the Centaur Warrunner, they're just dealing damage back to themselves. It's really tough to deal with such a tanky hero, and he's just able to regenerate so much HP back. Yep.
The return damage is very painful.
But look at that, the Mystic Snakes just dealing so much damage, and if it's not too careful...
Okay, will it able to kill Centaur and this? That is very close!
Not enough. The stun was not able to come out in time. And
here comes the Ember! Jigsaw! Well played for Ember!
A nice rotation by Jigsaw, and able to finish off the 2 in return for the Centaur Warrunner. Revenge has been acquired. But that will leave Kimosabi some space to farm. He now has 10 charges of Magic Stick.
I mean, that is wrong strategy, right? They just like waiting for the right item for the right timing. That's it.
Little Giant living on the edge with very low HP. But he knows that there's very little kill potential unless he's able to get in nice and close. Yeah, he has to use the Blade Fury, otherwise he's gonna take way too much damage. And here it is, they're gonna make their move, they're gonna try to stun him up.
Alright.
Vacuum in, right click, not enough, even the healing ward. Oh, nicely done, and well placed bait. And XL is gonna give up his life and try to take out Little Giant, but no, the healing ward is just doing a lot of work there. Nice bait by the Little Giant.
Honestly, if I was also team, I did not expect the Juggernaut would play that such a way like that.
He knows what's coming, it's all calculated.
It's all calculated.
He was definitely relying on the Shackles, because he knows that Ogre Magi has used up the stun, there's no way that the Shackles can be cancelled. Even after the Darkseer has used his Vacuum just to secure the kill onto Little Giant, but it wasn't enough. So we see the cores from MK, they're doing really well in terms of net worth. Juggernaut is now picking back his items, and all he needs is mana to sustain the lane.
It seems that RM is at the lowest net worth.
Phew.
Will we be able to kill at the top lane central? Nope. Okay. I think this time the second game is quite literally quite passive.
They're playing it safe. They know that the game is on the line.
Exactly.
A huge amount of money is on the line as well. And Yep, that's a lot of damage. And you don't really have heroes that's able to jump onto others. I mean, like, you need a Jakiro to be able to go onto the shadow, onto the Medusa, for example.
Oh, now I understand why Sento is quite confident being up front and alone in the lane because they already have the Vanguard.
Yeah, he has a Vanguard being picked up. He's able to mitigate a lot of damage, especially the right clicks from Medusa. And yes, he will get a position onto her, but there is no follow-up. Where is Jakiro? Jakiro is not there to save him. In fact, Jakiro is all the way doing his antics, and in fact, I think Ioxiba has pushed all the way, but it's not some. Is there any glimpse? Yes, there is. He's able to bring him back.
Okay,
he's in a
well
lot of trouble right
played.
now.
We're able to kill Sento this time, no?
There's no rotation from Jakiro. In fact, the career is gonna be finding his way
Left TP? No. Oh, here
but Jason
comes
is
the
here.
mid players. Unfortunately, not enough mana to. Okay, you just use this.
Oh, there it is, the Stampede. They're gonna try to rush in, dive under the tower. But instead, they're gonna go for the key target, which is Vasco.
Medusa,
Is it enough?
Oh no.
And even Kimo Sobi has joined the fight. They're gonna try to find a kill onto Nika instead. They managed to connect the ice path. Finds a kill onto Nika. Yes, he can. Can they get the next kill onto Vasco instead as they give up the life of Coco? That's too bad because the key target that they really wanted was Medusa, and they wasted a lot of time diverting their targets under the tower.
That is very true. It's just a trade between one support with one support.
Yeah. A bit of a sloppy play right there from both teams. Oh, and top lane though.
Okay.
Yeah, instead they managed to stay and start the fight. Jixon is without mana. He has to be very careful about where he chooses to go next.
Exactly. It's very hard for him to escape.
They're giving mana back to Medusa. A stun being used onto him, and the Mystic Snakes will not connect onto any of the heroes. That will leave bottom lane open, and they will definitely take it. The healing ward keeping them nice and healthy. It's a very, very good item to have. Vacuum being used to try and slow him down, but yep, they will secure the tower.
Yep, MK secured their first tower
And
to
here
destroy.
we see Maggie Kari invading the Dire base, trying to force out the heroes, but I think this is just gonna end up in them wasting their time because Medusa is just gonna stay in the lane and
Continue farming.
Yep, Medusa will find the safest lane to farm, which is bottom, and Darkseer will now take top. There's a rotation, and yeah, this will give enough space for Medusa to just continue farming as the lanes push up. At the same time, she will be able to farm the Ancients, and while she's waiting for the creeps to push. Zixon on the hunt.
Oh, Zixon is very confident, looking for the next victim.
Oh, they might spot out Zixon. And Nika. Gu is even in the mid lane, but they've already dropped the Serpent Ward. They have nowhere else to go. The DD rune already picked up by Kimo Sobi.
Once again, MK did very well to pressure on the Team Raw. And Team Raw is currently a bit, I can say like a bit struggling to farm. Medusa have to go at the bottom there to continue the farming. Because it's continuously being pressured by the Team Raw, especially Santo and Amber. Now Amber moved to the mid lane in hoping that to destroy the next tower.
Yeah, the matchup top lane Centaur between Darkseer is gonna be an easy matchup for both sides. Nothing much is really gonna happen. The next kill potential is probably around mid. Because that's where the Maggie Kari have set the sights on. They really want to take down this tower. And they're gonna find a kill onto Coco. They managed to start off with a stun. Nothing to follow up though. There's no static storm to silence them. And there it is.
There is a static storm.
But are they gonna finish up
nice
Kimo
well
Sobi?
played.
The static storm doing a
Oh,
lot
but
of damage.
unfortunately, good glimpse, but unfortunately, they couldn't secure any kills. Oh! Okay, at least they managed to kill
At
one.
least they got one. They got good. And the
It
top
was a
lane,
very close game.
he even used the Stampede to offer some help for his teammates.
But once again, don't forget about Medusa. We keep forgetting about their main carry.
Uh-oh, I think Ioxi was in trouble. But Juggernaut has showed up to the fight. Uh-oh, where is Alfie gonna go next?
I think it's not enough to kill. Okay, alright.
Yeah, he should get off just fine. Nothing's gonna happen from there.
Yeah, I was like hoping that Juggernaut would direct ulti, but he was like a bit insecure because he was waiting for the next wave 3.
Yeah, he was afraid that his ultimate would jump somewhere else. But at the same time, this means that our Vasco is just having so much time to farm all by his lonesome.
Oh, that's how the hard carry should do. Oh,
And they got a kill on the top. Both heroes, they just teleported in. Ogre Magi even giving up his life. One going to Jigsaw and another going to Little Giant. And this will allow them to secure the top lane uncontested.
Honestly speaking, Jigsaw this time play very well. They keep a roaming, ganking contest after they get the first blood. All he needs is just a bottle.
Are they gonna find Kimosobi?
Okay,
The smoke has been broken. The
Oh,
static
okay,
storm.
nice tactic song.
But instead they're gonna
Probably
focus on Kimosobi. The ice path not gonna connect onto anyone, but here it is. They're gonna try to focus down Kimosobi. The stun lands and the shackle even connects. They will take down the core mid hero Kimosobi, the first to pay with his life.
It was a very good tactic song, but unfortunately not many heroes were practically present to assist him.
They were not able to counter initiate. Such a big group of 4 against 2.
Yes.
Team Raw taking a loss on that one. And now we see Maggie Kari having an 8k gold lead, and they're gonna try to find more at mid lane. Their next focus should be bottom, because that's where Vasco is. But nope, they're gonna just keep focusing down mid. Slowly but surely, burning it away.
But don't tell me they're approaching for the sensitivity. Means instead they are letting the Vasco to farm properly. Once again, Vasco need items.
The healing ward down. Well, they know that the static storm is on cooldown, and there's really nothing much that can stop them from going in. And the Stampede has already been used. They're gonna go on the bottom lane, try to take out Vasco, but is it enough?
Oh, okay.
He has been stunned by the Mystic Snake, and even Ghoul's Shackle was not. No, the Hex was not even able to reach because of the Stone Gaze.
Yes, Medusa activated the ulti and direct TP. Just nice, clean escape.
Nicely done. Good reaction by Vasco. Able to safely get out of the game. Even the Stampede was used. But at the same time, they sacrificed their tier 2 tower as a result. They're really buying a lot of time for this Medusa. And here, IOCY is really just trying to...
Oh, yeah, counter, alright. Oh, sexy on his
The vacuum into the wall. Not enough damage though.
Okay, nice.
The silence is there, but where's the damage? Medusa coming in, using the snake.
Oh, Medusa just get caught by the shackles. And here comes the Juggernaut.
Oh, so much damage! Even the
nice.
Maelstrom dealing so much. Slide of Fist into the DPS, the DOT. They managed to get one onto the Ogre Magi.
She said they don't decide to push at the mid.
Only a level 1 vacuum, no wonder the cast range very short.
Yes.
He has to go all the way up there.
Is this the prioritize on the third skill for having us to sustain the
To
team
farm
fight?
And even the Surge has 2 points in it. What is Gu doing all by his lonesome? Is he really just going to take it and give up his life? Are you serious? Okay, hey guys, come on, take it back. What are you guys doing? Take it back. Yeah, take it back.
Okay, look at the Jigsaw now. They're trying to kill the Ember. With
And-
Ember to...
Can they
okay,
get
that
it?
is very close.
Can they get it? Ah, yes, one
Okay,
hit.
well done execution by the Sanford and...
Both teams are just giving freebies everywhere.
It seems that Maggie Kari is trying to dominate their jungles because they don't want Vasco to farm.
Yeah, they really need to eliminate the jungle potential from Vasco, especially the Ancients. If they start stacking up Ancients, that's gonna accelerate Vasco's farm. And there it is, they're gonna spot out the ward.
Dyer's top tower is really taking a beat.
The steering change, not gonna connect.
Honestly speaking, this time the Ember is so aggressive.
And Vasco is gonna continue farming, but instead he's gonna try to go down mid, trying to really pressure the lanes.
Things are looking dire.
Coco pushing bottom as well,
Forget I said that.
slowly chipping away at the tower. All lanes are being pressured, and in fact the jungle is being compromised right now. Vasco has to be very careful, she's low on mana. They're gonna spot out someone. Oh, they're gonna spot out Vasco. He's all by himself.
Oh no,
The
Vasco
static
is
storm
in
should be
danger
there
right now.
to counter initiate with a room and a vacuum.
Oh, look
Here
at
comes
the
the wall.
shackles there.
They still find the shackle onto him. Can they get it? That is so much damage!
Very
Onto
nice
three.
executions.
The slide of fist and the Maelstrom chipping in and proccing. dealing so much damage. A nice find by Jason and Ioxiwa.
Comes with the center, the first stun, comes along with the combo with the next combo stun by the steering chain, and then finish off by the Juggernaut with the ulti. That is a very clean execution by Team Maggie Kari.
Excellent find right there. Now they're leading with 13k gold lead. Huge damage coming from the Ember, 2400, as well as the Juggernaut slicing and dicing with pure execution.
It seems that they underestimate their Ember, honestly speaking. In the previous game, Ember has a very good mobility in pushing lanes, but this time I saw the Ember this time is very aggressive.
Yeah, they're really depending on this Medusa, and Ioxiwa, he knows that Medusa is there.
Yep.
It's gonna be 3 on him if he's not too careful. He's pretty tanky, and they're gonna try to bring him back.
I
not
hope
in range, not in range at all. But slowly but surely, Jakiro is posturing, and he sees them, uses the ice path,
okay.
and it creates a separation between them. They're gonna get the kill,
All
nice and easy on the
right.
Sun God Nika.
Oh, here comes the.
They're gonna try to trash off any stragglers, and next one to
no.
fall might be
Okay,
Excel.
he was about to
But-
stun, but unfortunately he was not able to do so.
And there it is, they couldn't catch. Centaur was just there to bait them out of position, and they really bait them to the extreme
Not
limits.
to mention Shadow Shaman has the ulti to continuously
Yeah,
pushing. Okay,
and there it is,
there
they're gonna
is.
try to force the tier 3 already at 21 minutes within the game, and they're forcing down the tier 3. This is a lot of pressure onto Team Raw.
Vasco has no choice, has to farm at their jungle if you look at the bottom lane.
They're gonna drop down the wall, but it wasn't really well placed. It's just, I can just go around it and hit the tower anyway.
At least it's slowed down a bit.
And 21 minutes, tier 3 tower already down. Are they gonna try to force the issue onto the heroes? If they can take out Kimosobi, they would allow them to push into the lane, but they're not gonna force it. They know that other heroes are posturing.
But honestly speaking,
Counter-initiate.
the key for Team Raw to turn the tide will be the Disruptor. Disruptor need to control
Yeah.
Ember really this time.
Yeah, especially the key areas like this bottleneck. If once a well-placed static storm there, is really hard for Maggie Kari to push into the high ground.
Exactly, that's very true.
But now the barracks has been exposed. It's gonna be hard to defend an exposed barracks, especially if you're pushing too far. Maybe Ember, again, he's playing the boost of travel build. He will just go in and slowly chip away at any exposed items and barracks.
Since Team Maggie Kari cannot afford to lose a single second right now, because they really need to push as soon as possible, because once if they drag this game to the late game, it's very hard, especially when the Medusa has a very good item, SKADII, well as BKBs, Butterfly, not to mention again OM. If the OM already have the item, for example like Hacks, Sights, it's going to be very difficult for them to counter.
Yeah, Medusa still sitting at the...
Okay, now Team Maggie Kari is looking for a kill.
They've already smoked up and making their beeline way to the top lane.
Exactly, they don't even need the Ember to smoke because they know Ember will come and join the fight.
Ember has a BOT, a boost of travel. He can easily be such a mobile hero to move around. And now they spot Medu at mid. That's probably the key target that they want.
But unfortunately, the Team Maggie Kari was not able to find a secure kill after the smoke.
They really need to
But
go for
at
the
least
Rosh.
they're able to control their jungle.
They really need to go for the Rosh. It's probably a safer bet. And yes, seems like Juggernaut has thought of the same issue.
Since the Juggernaut already have 2 items, Manta and Malgine, at the minute of 23, that is really fast.
Yeah, being in the second place of the net worth chart, Little Giant has found a lot of potential to get kills and farms.
Oh, why Shaman cancel the shackle?
He probably got whacked.
Yeah, I got whacked by Russia.
So as usual, Maggie Kari likes to play a 4 and 1. So 1 being Jigsaw, he's just gonna go around and mess with the enemy team, while the rest of the Maggie Kari will just stick as 4 people.
Oh, there's a DD there.
A DD, a nice find for Little Giant. This is probably the best opportunity to look for fights right now.
Not to mention that the ulti is still active. Let's say if no mana, you just simply die and respawn and you get full HP and mana back. That's
Yep.
it.
This will allow him to just put pressure onto the barracks. He's just gonna go right in, Blade Fury, and yeah, probably sacrifice his life with the Aegis. He's sending out his illusions to cut the line.
I think we can see the usual pattern by the Ember. At this time, all he needs to do is keep pushing the other lanes, ratting all the way.
Yep, they're gonna try and split push because they know that Team Raw is the strongest when they are grouped up as 5.
So we'll see. Okay, here's how. Alright, here's the snake
they're gonna
circles for
try
the
and take down the
Shadow
structures
Shaman.
as fast as they can.
Okay, here comes the status. Unfortunately,
Kimosobi already popping the Bloodstone. And the first one that they're gonna focus on is Kimosobi. Not enough. The Blade now is gonna run out. No, the BKB is gonna run out, but they will not be able to find any kills. In fact, they did get the kill.
Okay, nice. Ice bar from the Jakiro.
Oh, they hold
along
on
with the
with
Shadow by the Shadow
Shadow.
Shaman.
They hold on to the Sun, there's no mana there. Oh, look at that amount of control.
Oh, that is very nice.
Uh-oh.
And then they have
Kari's
no
in
choice.
some trouble.
Disruptor have to buy back. They have no choice.
Oh, they managed to save Medusa. Nicely done.
Honestly speaking, Team Raw really needs something. Because I just realized that there's no one single hero to initiate. Other than Lashrak or Medusa, but Medusa have not enough items to counter them.
Yeah, not yet. But Medusa, we've seen her to deal quite a substantial amount of damage and holding the line. If she were to get a BKB or anything bigger than that, maybe a SKADII, she would be able to, just be able to hold the line right there and then. At 24 minutes, Team Raw has already lost 1 set of barracks. And that's going to put amount of pressure onto the mid lane and easily open up the lane for Ember to just go wherever he wants. Dixon having the time of his life in this game, being able to do whatever he wants. He has already picked up a BKB and even an Aghanim Center. That allows his Fire Remnant to have an increased cast range. Look at that, 3,000 range to just be able to fly over the map.
Not to mention that they have the BOT and he even has the haste in
Ice
his
Path,
portal.
thrown out, not gonna be able to
Okay,
connect.
nice. Oh, he hit the shackle,
hex.
but
Nah, it's not enough.
Okay.
They know that the counter initiation is there and there. And the macro pyre isn't doing
Here
enough
comes the
damage.
Ember, typical Ember, rating the lane from top and bottom.
Yep, they're gonna try and split push now that the mid lane has opened up. Diabolic Edict, just gonna try and clear out the creeps as fast as they can. And again, we're seeing the same situation where Team Raw is confined into their base. They have really nowhere else to go. As Team Maggie Kari is applying pressure on all lanes and pushing it up.
And then once again, as what I said in the previous game, all they need is just to win, they need to win one team fight. That's it.
That high ground defense, it has to be the one. The Aegis is slowly running out and is still available on the Little Giant Juggernaut.
True. So we'll see how the team perform this time. I mean, like, they really need to do some things.
Yep, and both teams are trying out voice chats just for the sake of it. A short tactical pause and the teams are ready to go.
Yep.
Hey, look who's back.
Manta almost ready. Manta is already being picked up. Next is the
Oh, nice.
Aghanim's.
Chain
Oh,
by
is he
Ember.
thinking about it? Probably not.
It seems that the Ember is trying to stay at one lane, the other rest
Yeah.
will be pushed at the other lane.
Yep, he's trying to buy as much time for the other lanes to push up and deal some chip damage onto the towers. Especially when you have a Shadow Shaman, the Serpent Ward ready to go.
Oh,
Here
here
it
comes
is.
the Serpents from the Shadow
And they
Shaman.
found the stun onto the
Oh, nice.
Disruptor.
That is a
SKADII
very-
already completed.
That is absolutely very clean executions from the
Here it is.
center. Okay, yes, good.
And Ghost Spirit flying in,
Okay.
immediately going to try to focus down the support.
Nice ulti.
The Omni Slash also flying out. But here Kimosobi is already using the Ghost
Okay,
Scepter to
nice
try to
tackle
get
from
as
the
much damage as
Shadow
they can.
Shamans. Okay, they
Oh,
lost
nicely
a
done.
three.
They managed to control Vasco. No more mana left.
But again, they failed to kill Vasco Medusa. I mean, it's clearly how well they want to take a good care of their hard carries.
Yeah.
But again, when they lose their disruptor, at the same time, they are very comfortable to dive in.
Exactly. When there's no static storm to stop the advancements of Maggie Kari, they can just go in as much as they want.
Exactly. But, man, if I am Zero, I'm very stressful with Ember, honestly.
Yeah, it's really hard to cancel such a highly mobile hero right now. Super mobile.
Super mobile, have BOT, have ulti. Just now in the bottle he has haste. What else you ask for more?
Don't resist the cobra, little bird.
Medusa aiming for the Chrysalis and into a Daedalus next. So the timing is always based on the Serpent Ward. They're always going to focus on the Roche. Once they get the Roche, they're going to focus on the Serpent Wards, and once they have all of that,
Oh, here
they found the kill again onto Sun God
again,
Yuka.
they're catching the Disruptor this time.
A little bit too far out just to ward the place, but he gave up his life, and here it is. Little Giant also safely
He just
taking down the
pays
towers.
price.
And this is the problem they're facing. There's no way that they can stop the advancements slowly but surely. Maggie Kari is chipping away at the structures, and this is objective gaming.
But again, I think that's the reason why they just, like, Shaman have to rush ulti, use the Serpent, because in the end of the day, if the enemy team have a very good attack speed, I can say that the ulti is useless right now.
That is true.
Okay, here comes the Juggernauts, Little Giant. It's now within the hard carries and hard carries, the Giant and Vasco.
Yeah, now that they expose the barracks, they're gonna focus a little bit more on the bottom lane. But as I say that, they're already converging towards mid.
It seems that, okay, now the Centaur already have his ulti,
Centaur
Blink
is going for
Dagger,
Blade
they
Dagger.
already have the pipe against with the OM. I believe the OM, the second skill is kind of bit not that
I think the
painful.
Blade Mail is a considerably good pickup, especially against Lashrak, who has a lot of uncontrollable damage. He cannot control the damage that he's putting out.
Okay, here comes the kill.
Oh,
They're
they're
trying to
trying to
kill
kill on the
the
good.
Shadow Shamans.
A
Oh,
nice
very
save.
close.
Is it enough? He's gonna
Will
try
they
to
able
drop
to kill the
finishing.
Shadow? Alright.
Okay, nothing to force him out of that.
Oh, but unfortunately, meanwhile the Amber is trying to their best to push the bottom lane.
At every opportunity, this is a very cheeky play.
Like previous game just now.
And there it is, he's gonna try to go top next. They're gonna try to push some towers, but without the Shadow Shaman, it's gonna be really hard. They bring back Coco. Chipping away the range racks, one of the best choices. As they cannot regenerate, they do not have Trian to repair any of the structures. So while Shadow Shaman is sleeping, they're gonna still continue to chip, and this double damage, ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a very nice swing chain.
Ice Path not gonna be able to connect onto anyone.
Yep.
And Jigsaw still having the double damage, putting a lot of pressure here.
Meanwhile, Centaurs are busy pushing at the mid lane.
Yep.
Oh, okay, he got glimpsed by the
Oh no, he's
Disruptors.
trapped. But it's okay.
Oh,
he's
finally he put
the blade now.
Blade
Is
now.
enough?
Oh, okay, here's the setting.
Oh, the damage!
Oh, my
A nice
God.
find by the Ember.
They're losing two of them.
But he has to run because Medusa is hitting like a truck right now. A lot
My-
of damage coming from her.
He's tanky, he got Pipe, he got Vanguard, and plus with the Blood Mail, definitely you're asking for a death when you open the setting storm on him.
Yep, they really wanted that kill onto Centaur, so they committed everything onto him. But at the same time, Ember, Jigsaw just saw the opportunity to just dive right in with the BKB and obliterate the supports. Oh, they managed to find a nice hex. Continuation, a nice lockdown. They will finish off the Darkseer, and here it is, a beyond godlike for Jigsaw.
Very clean executions.
And he will disjoint, get out there. But yeah, good!
Oh,
He's not able to drop down any of the support ones,
here comes the 6-1!
but he's gonna find a return kill.
Oh my god, oh my god, Amber, look at that, look at
Oh,
that.
he's gonna find another kill. Yes, he
Kill's
can.
coming and coming.
Uh-oh, he's stunned by the Mystic Snakes. Is it enough? Oh, he just
Not-
pushed his luck way too much, and that.
Unfortunately, meanwhile, Juggernaut is busy pushing at the bottom lane.
Aruxiwa is gonna try to find some cleanup. Can
Okay,
they get the kill
and
onto
is
Vasco?
that-
Vasco is hitting himself.
Vasco has no mana.
Oh, and here comes Juggernaut to clean it up. Little
It's a
Giant
team wide.
managed to find the kill. And they will get the second lane of Rags. Vasco is the only one alive right now.
Okay,
nice stun.
here comes the Jigsaw. Oh, ulti.
Omni
Oh,
slash.
nice Omni slash. is
Find the
very
kill onto
good.
Excel.
Oh,
Another kill
nice
onto
kill.
Excel.
With
Two
the able
heroes
to
now
kill the
reject.
Vasco this time. Oh,
Controlling the Medusa in place. She has no more mana shield.
no
But can this
mana.
static stop save her? Is this a dieback? One more hit.
Oh,
Center.
that's very fast.
Center.
Oh,
Jumping. He
very
takes the
clean
kill.
shot.
Ayuksiwa secures the kill, and this might be it. This is the juggler. Excellent precision.
GG has scored from Team Raw.
33-minute game. Ladies and gentlemen, GG has been called by Team Raw, and Maggie Kari will take this series in a 2-0.
Well played from the both team, but unfortunately Team Maggie Kari is too strong against from the Team Raw.
Well played to both teams. A very exciting game nonetheless, as both teams has displayed a tremendous amount of skill. So we've seen Jigsaw, Ayuksiwa from Maggie Kari are performing to their best abilities, but Vasco not able to do much as the carry Medusa, really riding on a late game hero, but they're not able to hold the mid game, and that is where Maggie Kari took over. As you can see, the graph has never dipped. It was a smooth sailing, and yeah, it was a struggle city for Team Raw.
Man, well performed, especially Jigsaw and Amber did so aggressive this time, in and out, and then rating. I think they are having a difficult time to defend that trough.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This concludes the finals for our YPC SKADII Grand Finals. Just so you know, we are here. We are still here in the lobby, and yeah, we really enjoyed the games that are presented here tonight, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed us today as well. So yeah,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you next year. And yeah, whoever's playing Dota, continue to play Dota. It is such a refreshing game to watch.
We'll see you next year.